Hi guys, I've got a little bit of a cold at the moment, so I'm a little bit stuffed up, but I'll try to explain everything as easily as I can. Some of the resin makes that I made the other day that have now fully cured. This is a family birthdays plaque where you drop the initials or name of a family member and their birth dates underneath on the months corresponding to their birthdays. It's turned out pretty well, apart from the odd few little flecks of mica powder that did not dissolve on mixing with resin. Up next, some little teeny resin bears that I've made for a future project. These are for some shadow box frames or deep box frames that I'm doing as a memorial or remember the date for my children's birth dates with their photos inside and vinyls on the front for all their details such as weight, height, date of birth, etc. The little tag didn't turn out quite as well as I wanted it to, which is for a dog's collar, of course. But the holographic glitters that I did put into this all sank to the bottom. They were way too heavy for the resin and it did not disperse the way that I wanted it to. This is one of the dates that I have done for the resin calendar, and the other little shapes on the screen, the hearts, the circles, the ovals, are just what I've done to use up the little bits of resin that I've got left over mixed up. Following on from these shapes, I have actually received my first Temu order that's got an awful lot of craft stuff in, as well as some things for the home, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. I apologise if you hear me vaping in the background. They've all turned out pretty shiny, pretty nice on camera. The mica powders I've got, I do believe I purchased them on Amazon. And it was a really, really good set with really large bottles. But that's when I got the holographic glitter that is no use in the resins because it sinks. Starting off with my little resin craft mould package from Temu. There are a few household items that I will avoid. This first mould, all packaged really quite well. I do apologise for the change in shot there. This is a little resin mould for a little spaceman that is so cute. Absolutely adorable, but it's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It was going to be really tiny like the bears, but it's way bigger. But they do feel really good quality moulds as well. Like, they're not overly flexible, even though silicone items usually are quite flexible, but I feel like it would hold its shape quite well. The next one is a hexagon coaster mould. So once out of the packaging, I will show you front and back. However, the front is the smooth side, not the bit with the extra support. So the lips of the coaster actually go into the outside edges. Next up, it's a different type of coaster mould. This is a geode mould, I do believe. So it's meant to look as though you've snapped a rock in half and it's got loads of crystals and geodes inside of it. So this will be a great one for spreading out different colours and textures of resin right from the middle to give a really good effect. The next one is a two-part, as you will see. It's a pop-it mould, but they are quite large for the back of mobile phones. So we have pop-its, and then we have the pop-it moulds, which have got different shapes, circular, some geode types, and even a heart. I'm quite excited to do this because I have a lot of friends that have got pop-its that have broke in no time, and these feel really good on the clips. They feel really good popping them out. They don't feel loose. They feel really quite a sturdy pop-it. Again, the mould, it does give you lots of options to then set the pop-it into the mould whilst it is curing. I apologise for the state of my desk. My daughter got into my resins and she's made an absolute mess. This is the first mould of my little Mystic kitties. This one has a third eye. And I've seen loads of other YouTubers, crafters, do these moulds and they look stunning. Some with mica powders included within the resin and some with it brushed into the parts of it. And either way, I think they look so cute. They're really, really cool. And I love the sort of Wiccan-y, witchcrafty vibe that they give. They're really, really good moulds. The second one actually has horns. This next one coming up is actually supposed to go on a light box, a circular light box. So it's an egg shape, but it's not a full egg. It's cut off at the bottom. And I've got that with one specific reason, and that's to make little dragons inside of these eggs. And when I've got the light boxes, hopefully it will look absolutely awesome, lit up from beneath with a little baby dragon in the middle of them. But they stand up really well, they're not wobbly, and I can't wait to use them. They look awesome. Next up should be the little dragon moulds. You do get a 2-piece in this set, so you can do obviously either a 3D dragon or you could do 2 separates and just do half of them. But they're very, very cute. Not too long to the end of the video now, guys. I hope I've not bored you too much. All of these items were purchased via Temu and were literally delivered in just over a week. Some striping paint brushes like you would for nail art. And I do believe the last mould after these other brushes are for a resin pen mould, which actually came with 5 inserts to the pens. And apologies, guys. My little one is just coming up to bed and that's where my desk is. I don't have a craft room like a lot of crafters do on social media. Night, night, my little sweetheart. So we just have to make do the best we can.
The bag's just gone in there.
Yep, these fully insert into the ends of the resin mould. I was quite concerned at first. I was like, how is this supposed to fit? However, it does actually slot into some extra bits at the ends and would keep them safe from resin. So you can do resin through the entire middle of the pen. That's pretty much all of it for my first proper voiceover video. I will still continue doing my shorts because they do seem to get quite a lot of views. But as always, for any YouTube channel, please like and subscribe if you like my content. Night night.